There's a lot of experiences like that, and um, I'm seeing if I can remember a specific one. We were teaching a man in a house, and he was a great guy. He showed a lot of interest in the church, but he worked on Sundays, and he was very committed to his work, and um, I mean, it was kind of a challenge, but we soon realized that, we kept visiting him and we kept supporting him. And whenever we would go to his house, we would always bump into like one of his neighbors, right? And we'd set up appointments to meet with his neighbors, and after a while, we started having success with his neighbors as well. We realized that maybe the purpose of us meeting with this man isn't to necessarily bring him into the gospel, but to have an opportunity to meet all of his neighbors who are interested in it. So pretty soon we were teaching a lot of his neighbors. One woman, she was we met her, she was putting up laundry, and we introduced ourselves, and she just seemed kind of like surprised, like to see us, like she didn't really know how to respond. And we said, hey, we have this message, and then we set up an appointment to visit her. And what happened was, when we came to visit, she listened very intently, and we sort of shared the message of the restoration with her. And when it was all done, she was very interested when we showed her the Book of Mormon, and we offered to give her a copy that she could read, and she was very, very interested, and she took it, and it was a promising lesson. We left, and when we came back, she had a big smile on her face, and she invited us in. And she said, I want to tell you a story. Just last week, I was going about my business before I even met you, and I had a dream. And in my dream, I saw two white people. They came to my door, and they had a book. And I didn't know what the book was, and they showed it to me, and I thought it was a Bible, but when I picked it up and I started looking at it, it was all in English and not in Zulu. And then she woke up from her dream, and she said, and then the very next day you came and you visited us, and you showed us this book. And sure enough, when I opened it up, it looked just like a Bible, but it was in English and not in Zulu. And she said, why do you think I had a dream like that? And we told her, of course, it says it in the Bible dictionary, and it's something we see throughout the scriptures, that one of the way our Heavenly Father communicates with us is through dreams. And she was just very impressed that she had that dream, and she saw it as some sort of a sign that she needed to understand what we were coming and talking to her about. So that was a very special experience, and we would have never had that experience if we weren't visiting the neighbors of this first guy who never really was able to come to church very much, but he opened the door for these other people who were very interested.